Welcome all to our channel Shri Rajlaxmi publication. Agriculture is the backbone of the Indian economy. Indian farmers are cultivating their farms in traditional way, but nowadays farmers are adopting new techniques and others experiences in their farm. The state agriculture universities have a giant share in agricultural development as well as economic and social upliftment of the farmers. The state agriculture universities also play a vital role in nation building. Being a well-wisher of the students and the beneficiaries of these subjects, Shri Rajlaxmi publication has now decided to publish these subjects in video form on the basis of agricultural development, that is agronomy, genetics and plant breeding, agri-entomology, horticulture, agricultural economics, agri-extension education, agri-engineering, plant pathology, soil science and agri-chemistry, animal husbandry and dairy science. I express my sincere thanks to all the respected authors of books, research papers, review articles, as well as e resources whose reference has been taken for these subjects and video who have contributed to this publication, and also to the students who refer these books and videos to develop their knowledge updated for their bright future. Suggestions for improvement of this video are welcome. Please comment, like, share and subscribe our channel. That is Shri Rajlaxmi publication. Shri Rajlaxmi Prakashan publish a textbook on introductory biology. Authors Dr. S.B. Borgaonkar, Dr. H.V. Karpande and Dr. D.K. Patil. Chapter 1st, Introduction to Living World. Earth is considered to be home for 8.7 million species. We find different species of animals and plants on the earth. In some places, some are unique to that particular region, which are not found in other places, but some species are found in more than two areas but with little adaptation. Another notable thing is some live in water while some live on land but few live on both terrains. Hence, we can conclude that living things are found in every place and every climate in same or different forms. The existence of living things in various places depends on their surroundings and fundamental necessities like light, water, air, soil, nutrient, and suitable climatic conditions that are compulsory for the growth and other life processes. Let's have a glimpse on habitats and adaptation where they live. The living world around us, including animals and plants and the non-living components of the local habitats change over time and the effect of human activity on wildlife. Point 1. We share our environment with the animals and plants around us. Point 2. Different organisms interact with each other as well as with people. Point 3. Species and their habitats change over time, sometimes as a result of human activity. Point 4. Biodiversity is important for the health of the planet. Characteristic of living things. Number 1. Cellular structure. It is defining property of living beings. Each living being is a complex entity which is formed of one or more cells. The cells are made of protoplasma, popularly called living matter. However, we have not yet been able to create protoplasma because of lack of organization of biomolecules. Protoplasma and cellular structure are absent in viruses. Number 2. Metabolism. All organisms operate a network of thousands of chemical reactions. The sum total of all chemical reactions occurring in an organism due to specific interactions amongst different types of molecules within the interior of cells is called metabolism. Metabolism is defining property of living beings. All activities of an organism including growth, movements, development, responsiveness, reproduction, etc. are due to metabolism. Number 3. Growth. Growth is irreversible increase in size and mass of an individual. A multicellular organism increases its mass by cell division. In plants, growth continues throughout life as they have meristematic areas where cell divisions occur regularly. In animals, growth occurs to a certain age after which cells divide only to replace worn out and lost cells. Unicellular organisms also grow by cell division. However, cell division is also a means of reproduction in them. In higher animals and plants, growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive. Number 4. Reproduction. It is the formation of new individuals of the similar kind. Life arises from pre-existing life. Reproduction is not essential for survival of the individuals. It is required for perpetuation of a population. Ability for reproduction develops when a young individual becomes mature. Reproduction is of two types, asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction is uniparental while sexual reproduction is generally biparental. Asexual reproduction is the formation of new individuals without the formation and fusion of gametes. It occurs by spores, binary fission, multiple fission, fragmentation, and regeneration. Sexual reproduction involves the formation and fusion of two types of sex cells or gametes. The fusion product or zygote gives rise to an offspring. Number 5. Consciousness. It is awareness of the surroundings and response to external stimuli. The external stimuli can be physical, chemical, or biological. The stimuli are perceived by sense organs in higher animals. Example: eyes, ears, nose. Plants do not possess such sophisticated sense organs. However, they do respond to external factors such as light, water, temperature, pollutants, other organisms, etc. Photoperiods into bracket duration of daily exposure to light bracket close influence reproduction in those animals and plants which breed during particular season. Human beings have an additional faculty of self-consciousness. Number 6. Organization. A living being has an organization, that is, the living being consists of several components and subcomponents which cooperate with one another for the well-being of the whole organism. A living being has multiple level organizations. Each level of organization has its own properties which are not found in its constituents. A living cell has its own characteristics not found in its organelles. A tissue is able to have a trait not found in its constituent cells. Number 7. Energy. Living beings constantly require energy not only to perform various activities of the body but also to overcome tendency to randomness. The source of energy is food. It is required by every cell of the body. Number 8. Homeostasis. A favorable internal environment suitable for the functioning of the body organs is present in every living being. It is quite different from the external environment. Changes in external environment do not have much impact on the internal environment as the living beings have a self-regulated system to adjust and maintain the internal environment. The phenomenon is called homeostasis. Into bracket GK homois alike stasis standing bracket close. Homeostasis is also present in each cell of a multicellular organism. Number 9. Variations. Living beings possess variations and have the ability to evolve with time. The variation provides the organism the power to fight with adverse climatic conditions and diseases. The uniqueness is maintained through variation. Number 10. Adaptations. Into bracket L add toward apt adjust bracket close. Ability of an organism to adjust well in its environment are called adaptations. Adaptations allow the organisms to overcome seasonal and other changes in the environment. They are of two types: short-term adaptations into bracket example hibernation in most amphibians and reptiles and some mammals bracket close, and long-term adaptations. Into bracket example, the claws of different birds are well adapted to suit their perching habits. Bracket close. An organism is considered best adapted to an environment when it possesses inherited traits that enhance its survival and ability to reproduce in that environment. Number 11. Healing and repair. Living beings can repair and heal the broken and injured parts. Example, when the tail of house lizard cut into pieces, it has property to heal itself. The entire tail will appear over a period of week. Number 12. Disposal of waste. Waste generated by living beings are regularly disposed of. The food after its digestion, the undigested part is pushed outside the body through excreta. Number 13. Movements. Living beings show movements of their parts. Some are able to move from place to place. The phenomenon is called locomotion. The wild animals move around the forest for food. Number 14. Lifespan. Every living organism has a definite lifespan of birth, growth, maturity, senescence, and death. In some cases, they have one day life, as in butterflies and mosquito, while the elephants may live for 400 years. Number 15. Death. The stoppage of various life activities by an individual organism accompanied by increase in entropy is called death. Death occurs due to aging, disease, accident, and predation. Aging normally occurs in all organisms after a period of reproductive maturity. It is, however, absent in some cases where the organism multiplies by binary fission, example amoeba bacteria. A fully grown amoeba or a bacterium divides into two daughters. In the process, it loses its independent existence. Here, natural death is absent and the organism is immortal. Habitat. A habitat is dwelling place of an organism. Biome, also known as habitat, is a part of an ecosystem. The climate, plants, and animals are the identities of a habitat. Habitats are classified into two domains: terrestrial or land habitat and aquatic or water habitat. Land habitat includes forest, grasslands, deserts, coastal and mountain regions. The aquatic ecosystem includes freshwater habitats into bracket lakes, ponds, rivers and streams, wetlands, swamp, etc. bracket close, and marine habitats into bracket oceans, intertidal zone, reef, seabed, etc. bracket close. Living organisms live on different habitats depend on that habitat for their food, shelter, reproduction and all other life activities. Now here are few questions provided for the benefit of students. Question number 1. Enlist and describe characteristics of living world. Question number 2. Define the following terms. Define A. Growth. Define B. Reproduction. Define C. Organization. Define D. Homeostasis. Define E. Adaptation. Define F. Habitat. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel, that is Shri Rajlaxmi Publication. Thank you.